should be all the way off by default, so I don't know why that would.
Adam, did you get that challenge?
Harvest 2 animals?
By default, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That would.
Here.
I wonder if we get anything if we
Adam,
do
did you get
it.
that challenge?
What? Harvest 2
I wonder if we
animals?
get anything if we do it.
So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Try.
That would.
Here.
I wonder if we get anything if we
Adam, did you get
do
that
it.
challenge? You should just
What?
turn the volume off.
Harvest
I
2
wonder if we get
animals?
anything if we do it. Yeah.
Try.
Okay.
Here. Is it? Do you see it?
You're gonna beat me.
Want me to mute myself on here?
Just turn the volume on that device and just turn that off.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Can you see any stuff?
Yep.
Welcome to the SU-27 Flanker. The Flanker is one of the most dominant air superiority fighters in modern-day combat aviation. Equipped with powerful sensors, weapons, and a data link, it is a match for any aircraft you may encounter in DCS world. In addition to its air-to-air capabilities, it can also perform a secondary ground strike role with
Are you tracking
unguided
anything?
bombs
Because I
and
can't find a
rockets.
damn thing.
Before we start to blow things up though, let's first learn how to start up this bird and taxi to the runway. The first thing I'll ask you to do is turn on the electrical power by pressing right shift and L.
Tracking some
With
deer.
the electrical power now engaged, you can see that the heads-up
haven't even found a
display,
track.
or HUD, comes to life, as well as many instruments and cockpit lights. Before moving the aircraft, make sure that more than 30 minutes have elapsed in order to let the horizontal situation indicator gyro to align properly. Now that we have power, let's turn on the navigation lights by pressing right, Control, and L. Next, let's close the canopy by pressing left, Control, and C. Our next step is to start our two engines. Before you do so, make sure your throttle controller has a 0 power setting.
Oh, damn
Start the left engine by pressing right,
Why'd you say damn
Alt,
it?
and home.
it. Got a deer.
Okay, and which part am I?
Yeah, you just look down. Your throttle looks fine.
Okay. I'm gonna press right, Alt, and home.
With the left engine started, press right, Control, and home to start the right engine.
You gotta be kidding.
You needed Aaron to watch it. You needed him to watch it.
I'm just that good, man. Yeah, you got it. Cool.
In the center of your front dash is the RPM engine gauge with 2 needles. When an engine is being started, one of the 2 green lights below the engine temperature gauge will light. Once the light turns off, it indicates
the right
the
one work?
engine is ready
Oh, yeah,
for
it does.
operation. In the lower left corner of the dash is an aircraft symbol that indicates the status of the flaps,
I think it must
landing
just
gear,
be your controls are a little
Lower your flaps
bugged.
to the takeoff position
Maybe
by pressing
restarting
left
it
shift and F.
helped or something.
Lower your flaps to take out
We're now ready to taxi. So slowly increase the throttles by moving your throttle control forward or pressing
Yep.
page up. To reduce throttle, use
now
your
you're
throttle
gonna,
controller
when you
and
use
press
your
page down.
rudder, you're going to
To use
steer
the
with your
wheel
rudder,
brake,
but you want
press
to turn on
down.
your nose wheel steering.
Damn it.
Start rolling forward
I
and
think
turn
I
to the
just
left
got
of the
two bigs,
taxiway ahead.
No.
Really?
Press Z to steer left
Yeah.
and press X to
I
steer
need to
right.
get them.
106. Ассистент. Разрешаю руление на полосу 8.
Matt.
From yours?
What's
From
happening?
from the challenge.
Oh yeah, I got some money.
Okay.
I put this pig's dead over here. I think I shot him like 3 times.
It's a shortcut.
I don't understand how how I haven't leveled up yet. Like, what?
If your rudder isn't turning your front wheel, hit left alt.
Yep, there he is.
Отказ ПЛС. Управляй вручную.
Jesus.
Fox!
You gonna ramp this thing? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't do that right. I'm gonna try and restart.
At least
Yeah,
it worked.
just killing everything.
I didn't make it to the runway my first try either.
Welcome to the SG-27 Flanker. The Flanker is one of the most dominant air superiority fighters in modern-day combat aviation. Equipped with powerful sensors, weapons, and a data link, it is a match for any aircraft you may encounter in the
It's fun
DCFA.
watching.
In addition to its air-to-air capabilities, it can also perform a secondary ground strike role with unguided bombs and rockets. Before we start to blow things up though, let's first learn how to start up this bird and taxi to the runway. The first thing I'll ask you to do is turn on the electrical power by pressing right shift and L. With the electrical power now engaged, you can see that the heads
display or HUD comes to life as well as many instruments and cockpit.
What happened?
Before moving the aircraft, make sure that more than 3 minutes have
What?
elapsed in order to let the horizontal situation
Oh,
indicate
what's happening? Oh, you slowed it down.
flying properly. Now that
I think it's
turn on the
hit left shift Z.
navigation lights by pressing right control
and L. Next, let's close the canopy by pressing left Control
I
and
think
C.
left control Z slows it down, or either left alt Z, and then vice versa if you want to
Our
speed
next
it up.
step is to start our 2 engines.
And left shift Z
Before you do
resets
so,
it back to
make
normal.
sure your throttle controller has a 0 power setting. Start the left engine by pressing right, Alt, and Home.
It's weird hearing myself.
107. Прошел ППМ 2.
Sound like my dad.
160.
With the left engine started, press right Control and Home to start the right engine.
ППМ 3 на
Broke it.
170.
Hmm. Someone's got to be buggy with your control setup. Are you hitting any type of modifier key on your keyboard when you talk on mumble to
No.
change it? I did, and you closed it again. I see you going back into it. So your controller doesn't do it either. Try unbinding your controller from that. Just from the engine start.
In the center of your front dash is the RPM engine gauge with 2 needles. When an engine is being started, one of the 2 green lights below the engine temperature gauge will light. Once the light turns off, it indicates the engine is ready for operation.
Maybe hit
In the
default.
lower
on it.
left corner of the dash is an aircraft symbol.
It's really weird. I don't know why I'd do that.
That indicates the status of your flaps, landing gear, and air brake. Lower your flaps to the takeoff position by pressing left shift and F.
How's things going over there, Adam?
Tracking bison.
This area is really empty. Oh, as soon as I say that, there's tracks everywhere in front of me.
Oh, shh. God. Come on. Bring it, bison.
Bring it, Big B.
No! Jesus, just rammed me. It disappeared. Where the fuck did it go? It rammed me and disappeared like a magician. What the hell?
Able to find his tracks?
Shot it in the face. Ah! Go down, you son of a bitch! These things are mean, Adrian. They're real mean.
Muted.
Someone said try making sure your throttle settings are set to slider and moving your throttle all the way up and then back and trying it. I don't know. I don't know what else
It's dead.
would be wrong. That it might be corrupted game file.
There's a huge pink circle we're at.
Welcome to the SG-27 Flanker. The Flanker is
This
one of the
shot
most
like
dominant
3
air
times.
superiority
I had to
fighters in
shoot this
modern
thing
day
like 7
combat
times. It
aviation.
kept trying to ram me.
Equipped with powerful
Just wasted all
sensors,
my
weapons,
ammo.
and a data link, it is a match for
Oh,
any
I'm gonna
aircraft
chase the rest
you may
of its
encounter
herd.
in the DCS world.
You're not going to be seeing any.
In addition to its air-to-air capabilities,
lure
it can
actually
also
worked.
perform a secondary ground strike role.
Oh, this thing
unguided
is fucking
bombs and rockets.
bleeding.
Before we start to blow things up, though,
I have to
let's
find
first
out where
learn
it
how to
went.
start up this bird and taxi to the runway.
Let's try to find your
First thing I'll
throttle
ask you
control.
to do is turn on the electrical power by pressing right shift and L. With the electrical power now engaged,
Trying to protect
you
one
can
of
see
the
that
bison
heads-up
that I
display, or HUD, comes
Which
to
is
life,
dead over
as
here.
well as
I
many
just found it.
instruments and cockpit lights. Before moving the aircraft, make sure that more than 3 minutes have elapsed in order to let the horizontal situation indicator gyro to align properly. Now that we have power, let's turn on the navigation lights by pressing right, Control, and L. Next, let's close the canopy by pressing left,
if I was you, I'd go
Control,
hunt
and
in this
C.
evergreen
Our next
area.
step
There's
is
so
to
many
start the two
animals.
engines. Before you do so, make sure
I'm
your
in on
throttle
the lookout
controller
right now,
has a 0
and I
power
used my
setting.
lure while I was on the
Start the
map.
left
That was a
engine
zero
by
spot.
pressing right,
I don't know how to kill it.
Alt, and Home.
Humping your lookout?
With the
Alright,
left
it's just,
engine
like,
started,
down
press
there,
right, Control, and
sitting around.
Home to start the right engine.
Okay.
In the center of your front dash
me
is the
see.
RPM engine gauge with 2
Okay.
needles. When the
I
engine
hate
is
how
being
when you buy
started,
ammo, you
one
have
of
to
the
drag
two
it
green
into your
lights
gun
below
from
the
the
engine temperature
inventory,
gauge
which
will
makes
light.
this is like
Once the
stupid.
light turns off, it
hit him.
indicates the engine is ready for operation. On the dash is an aircraft symbol that indicates the status of your flaps, landing gear,
Now it's
and
working again.
Lower your flaps to the takeoff position by
we
pressing
go.
left shift and F. We're now ready to test. Slowly increase the throttles by moving your throttle control forward or pressing page up. To reduce throttle, use your throttle controller or press page down. To use the wheel brakes,
Before you
press W.
try to take off, go into your
Start
settings
going
again.
forward and turn to the left of the
You're muted if you're trying to talk. Click on Axis Assign. Just waiting for it to update. Now click on Thrust on your controller. Just click on it once to highlight it. Why do you have two controllers columns? Okay, we'll click on the one that's whatever controller you're using, and then click on Axis Tune down at the bottom. Make sure that slider is selected. And then move your throttle up and down and see if there's a white bar when you close back out. Or when you hit cancel and go back to your list of controls. You should see a white bar moving up and down when you're changing your thrust. Use your thrust control when you're in the just looking at the controls in the axis panel. You want to make sure that it zeroes out. I can't see yet. Yeah, it's not zeroing out. I think that's your problem. It's sitting in the middle. There's a way to change that. I think that's why it wouldn't let you start your engines. It's just detecting that you have thrust input. I read something about this. It would be, when it's set to slider, it'd be all the way to one end. instead of in the middle. It's detecting that you're putting in 50% thrust. I think.
I think it's an axis tuning. You have to change the way it detects it. There's like a different types of ways it reads it. Shit, I shot that guy. I have no idea where I hit him. Holy shit, he's running at me.
You shooting a bison, Adrian?
He's just standing there. Just let me reload, that's fine.
Is that where you're shooting a bison?
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah. Is it on trigger? Oh, okay. Yeah, you might change it.
Bison probably is gonna give me like 1 point because of how many times I shot him.
Oh, Adrian, got some bad news.
What?
Backstage closed today.
Like completely?
Yeah, like completely.
Why?
Don't know. They didn't even tell their employees until last night.
That's weird. What do their employees do?
I don't know. They're all fucked out of a job. Sucks.
The taxiway ahead.
Kind of a
Press
shitty
Z to
thing
steer
to do.
left and press X to steer right.
There's this bar that I used to go to like once a week with my friends. It's like my go-to place, 40 beers on tap and all that stuff, like craft beer bar. Amazing food. Food was like they had the best chicken wings I've ever had. They were just so good. But all of a sudden, like yesterday, they just announced like, oh, we're closing tomorrow at 6 p.m. Like closing the doors for good.
That sucks.
And they didn't even tell their employees. Apparently, they knew for a while that they were going to close, but they never told their employees. Which is a very shitty thing to do.
So from what I'm reading, people are saying you can't use the sticks for throttle because it'll always center 50%. Someone else said that he uses his by using a modifier and one of the buttons to step it up and down. Okay.
What if you just brought the stick down to 0% and then started your engines and then brought it up?
You could do that, but you'd always have to hold back on the stick if you didn't want to, like when you're taxiing and stuff. In the what
Right, this
settings?
deer. Oh my goodness.
I just saw you go to the axis assign. I just saw the throttle move up and then back. I think so. As long as your throttle's not sitting at 50%, I think everything should start. Well, I guess it's already started, but... Just keep stepping it up and see how it looks. You can put your brakes, hold down your brakes by putting down the...
Ассистент, разрешение на полосу 8.
There's a bison. There's a bison. Get out of this cutscene thing.
What just happened?
Man, I shot that bison like 10 times.
I only have 2 bullets, so I hope this bison guy. I hope I shot him in a good spot.
I don't know. Oh, maybe the wireless one?
I don't even know where it went. Can't find any stupid tracks.
Fucker. I'm about to die if I get hit by a bison again.
You guys are trim, all set up.
Stop making the bison angry, Adrian.
Yeah, he attacked me first that time.
What?
I can get a new skill. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I can too. Gotta do that.
Yeah. Didn't save your settings.
And this bison can go eat ass.
He's still attacking you?
I don't know where he is. I got like five vital hits on him, and he's still perfectly fine. I think I need a better gun.
There he is. I see him. Running after it. Oh my god, it's just fucking jet speed, dude. Like it's the fucking Flash. What the hell just happened there? Did the game just glitch?
Yes. There's a way to do it. I don't remember. Go into your settings and go to communications.
Are you going after a different bison?
I don't know. I think it might be the... I was near you,
I
Adrian.
don't know how to turn it off in the Sequoia 27.
The fucking thing booked like a fucking... Like it was like the Flash. I've never seen
There's
anything
a
in the game run that
communications
fast.
settings. In the controls. There's communications in the controls. There's probably some way to turn them down or turn them off.
Fuck this motherfucker. Dog it. It's dead.
Anisha?
Yep. There's another bison over there. Oh, chase it.
Do you have a gun?
Maybe.
There's no
You're
way
being lit up
It's
by
after me.
someone's radar.
kill it with that many shots. If you have the same type of gun.
It just tried to hit me. It just
Someone just locked
Dude,
you.
these things have superpowers. Just fucking teleported. Like, it just what? It disappeared. There it is.
I can't use this gun. I'm gonna see if I can buy a new one, but I think I need to kill more animals. Yeah. What gun do you have?
I don't know. It said it gave me it for participating in like the holiday season or something.
Oh, you're using that?
Yeah.
Stradivarius?
Yeah.
That's not even good. What the hell?
Yeah, it is fucking amazing. I killed deer in like one hit with that thing.
I don't think it's that good, but I'm gonna switch back because obviously you're doing something right.
Just click generate mission. Dude.
Oh god. Dead! I think I shot it in the heart.
Oh, I need ammo for this thing.
Oh, I shot it in the flesh.
No fly.
I have like no health. How do I bring it back up?
Dude, that sounds like a fucking... Ah! Okay, I have a bison that's trying to kill me. I have a bison.
Try to scare it in my direction.
Scare it. It's not scared of me. Oh god. It's really not scared of me. Ah! Fuck you! Oh,
I
stop
saw-
aiming!
I saw your name just bounce.
So when you take off, you're gonna have to use your rudder to stay centered on the runway, and then after you
I
take
feel
off,
like I'm
you
a
need
fucking
to
bullfighter.
put your gear up, trim it out.
There it is, you guys.
Make sure your flaps are right. You don't need flaps.
I thought that Stradivarius
Yeah,
was
check.
over.
Take off.
You get him?
You can just leave them
He ran off.
level if you want. You can put them down if you want a shorter takeoff. But just don't really need it. But if you know what the controls are, you can put it in takeoff mode. It's like it already is. So you want to level your, or straighten out your flaps once you get off the ground. Is the trim all set?
No idea which direction he ran.
No.
What the fuck? What?
So one way to do this is to hold down your brakes, throttle
Is
up to
this
full
way?
power, wait for your afterburner to kick in, and then let go of the brakes. You'll hear the afterburner.
Adrian is.
I think, yeah, you probably want to use your controller as for your brakes, or else you're going to have to
Tracks
slide with
disappear?
one hand.
Says he turned.
I found him again. This way.
Yep. You don't need to use them to take off, but it helps you
Found him.
take off shorter.
He's dead.
Okay. I was getting ready to shoot.
I think it was a male. Yeah, it was a male.
How many
Holy
shots did
shit.
you take?
And his horn
It's like-
came off.
I got money for that. So how many shots do you do?
Oh, is this one that you were after?
How many? I shot him like 5 times, I think.
You shot him so many times, Adrian, like 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to tell or not.
Did you get points for it?
Yeah, I got money and
Just thrust up a little
I
bit.
don't think I
If
got the trophy score though.
if it moves, then your brakes are not on.
He was a mean one.
It's like that
Предельный
one.
угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки.
Yeah, this gun's a
Предельная
beast.
перегрузка.
I think it's okay.
It's fucking amazing.
Nice.
It's so good.
Maybe it's the ammo type that makes it good. Let's see. Oh, I don't have the other ammo. Never mind.
What ammo do you have for it?
It uses 270. The other gun uses like 240 something.
And once you get up to
Alright, hold on, I'll be right back a sec.
get up to speed and elevation, you can throttle back a little bit to turn off. .95% or 90% RPM is good. Or else you'll suck all your fuel dry. I think your RPM's that one underneath those 2 green lights. Those 2 green lights just above and to the right of your stick are your afterburner lights.
Alright, I'm back. That was a fun hunting trip that we had, Adrian. As he does not answer.
Just the nice. So the amount of lift on your plane is dependent on how fast you're going. So the faster you go, the more lift you're going to generate, so you have to keep trimming as you're picking up speed. Also, there's wind conditions and the weight on your pylons. Out of what?
There's wind conditions in this game too. But for a
Not
totally
sure.
different reason.
Предельный угол
Oh,
атаки.
okay, got it.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная
This game is
перегрузка.
fucking beautiful,
Предельный
man.
угол
Oh my god.
атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол 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 атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
Looks like you stalled out. Your engine's shut off. Power back your throttle all the way, and do your engine start over again. You did what I did earlier. You pulled some negative G's and it sucked fuel out of your fuel lines. You might be high enough to get them started again. I wasn't able to. Mine wouldn't start for me. Throttle's all the way back, and the engines won't do anything. Did they start? Can't tell on my screen. I think you have to shut them off by hitting right Alt end, right Control end, and then start them again. Is it working? Oh, never mind. I just saw you blow up. Yeah, I don't really know what to do in that situation. I've only had it happen the once.